All right, so here's the hole that I have to fill in on this little Livingston dinghy. The hole was cut out to allow the foam to dry out because it had become waterlogged because water had got in through other locations. So to fill it back in, all I do is just cut some round pieces that fit within that and then gradually increase them in size until I get one covered. So the end result will be something like that. And of course, I'll sand it down and put some gel coat on top of it. But I'm not going to stress over this. It's a dinghy. It goes in the lake. Does not go in the ocean. I'm not traveling to Europe. All I got to do is just fill it in to keep water from getting into the hole in the interior. And I think there were two drilled holes, probably for screws, on either side that some previous person had, I don't know, drilled into it for some unknown reason. I think that's where the water was getting in. And it caused a bit of problems. So I basically did the same thing here, except here I used West System. On this side, I'm just going to use polyester resin. And I'm going to give it one more quick look just to make sure that there's no more water holes. There shouldn't be. I don't know if I need to pull that up or not. Once again, the previous person had glued down this carpet. It was kind of nice. Definitely cut down on the heat feel. So I'll probably leave it. All right, let me get this done. All right, she's done. Took about 1 ounce of resin and just multiple layers, built it up, filled it in. It's good to go. Threw one more on this side just for the heck of it because I had some resin left over. Then, since I still had resin left over, I thickened it up and filled in some low spots on the locations that I had previously filled in. So once all this hardens up, I'll inspect it one more time. I might even fill it with water, although I hate to do that, but it's got to be done probably. Just a double check, make sure it's not leaking. We'll be back. And we had a storm yesterday, and I had my dinghy leaning up against the sailboat, and of course the wind knocked it down into the position it's in now, sitting upright. And then it rained, so it filled up with water. And I thought, well, now's the time to find out if it still leaks. And yes, it still leaks. It's not leaking on the through the exterior, it's leaking through the interior. So when the water gets here, it goes into the double hole portion, which is right here. And saw that this morning after I emptied out all the water. So I had to drill some more holes to dry it out again. I think it's about the third time. I keep finding holes and I keep patching them. But once again, it's not on the exterior. The exterior is fine. Minor little ding in the gel coat, but the main portion of the problem is on the interior. So I guess I'm going to have to go with the original plan and eat up a lot of resin and fiberglass and put just a whole layer of fiberglass on the bottom, because there are a lot of stress cracks. I was under the impression it was only through the gel coat, not necessarily through the resin, but evidently I'm wrong. Here's a previous fix, which I'm going to have to just cover up with a whole layer. The work itself isn't hard. It's just I didn't want to use the materials on the dinghy. I was reserving it for the sailboat. Oh well, I guess I'll just end up having to order more. So this is next on the list. All right, back to the dinghy. I got this one side done here. I just put down a layer of fiberglass, then another layer of gel coat on top of that. The gel coat was simply to help the resin cure, hold it in. Since that point I put PVA on top of that because it was a unwaxed gel coat, or non-waxed, whatever you want to call it. And in the meantime I've cleared the PVA off and I've sanded it down a little bit. So that one's done. This side I'm about ready to get it start the resining. Got the fiberglass cut, got it laid in, got the resin, got the catalyst MEK here, MEKP, and I'll do it in about probably 4 ounces, increments of 4 ounces. That way I can get about 1.25% on the resin. Gives me enough time to get it in. Plus it's not the best working conditions. I'm outside, got a bit of wind. Basically I'm on my knee pads here trying to get it done, so I'm not gonna do a large amount at one time. It just never works out well for me. This way I can quit midstream if I need to. So we'll get this done. Yep, here's the first segment resined in. On to the next. Alright, got this side all laid in. I'm going to test this side. I'm not going to put any gel coat down on top of it. I'm going to see how well it cures. Went down pretty good. So we'll check it tomorrow and see if it's still tacky or not.